Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm bringing you a skincare routine. In this video, I kind of just talk about my skincare journey and the products that I've used and also the products that I'm using now. Also, before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe and like and comment, okay? It's three things, not one, not two, but three, okay? Thank you very much. So if you want to find out more about my skincare routine and the products that I used or I am using now, then just keep on watching. Alright, so to get into my skincare, I kind of want to take it back when I first started noticing changes in my skin. All throughout high school, I never really got breakouts or severe acne. It was more of just like I would just get random pimples, and if I washed it, it would kind of just go away. I never really had any issues in high school. And honestly, even throughout the first part of college, I didn't have any issues in my skin. I would just honestly just clean it with any cleaner that I had, and I was good to go. Like, I didn't require any type of special cleaners or face masks and treatments and things like that. I never really needed that type of stuff for my skin. I really didn't notice a change in my skin until I transferred schools and went to the other coast of Florida. So when I started going to school on the other coast of Florida, the water is different over there, and that was the first thing that triggered breakouts in my face. The first semester I was kind of okay, but I could kind of see them starting to come out a little bit, and I felt like no matter what I washed my face with, they would just stay there. They wouldn't go away. And by the end of my first year, it was horrible. Like, I wish I still had pictures to show you guys, but I would just have acne, like these huge acne bumps just all over my forehead. They would just pop up just any and everywhere, and it was so hard to get rid of them. And honestly, I just wasn't knowledgeable because I never had this issue. I didn't even know how to start to tackle the problem. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know what products to use, what products not to use. So I was just kind of just trying every and anything my mom would be like, hey, I found this, you want to try this? And I'd be like, sure. Like, I'm just desperate at this point because I had never experienced anything like that before. So when I first started noticing breakouts in my face, the first thing I started using, or I was using more like Neutrogena products, just like your everyday average, just like, oh, it's a facial cleanser, let me just grab it and go. And I started noticing that wasn't using. So then I transitioned to doTERRA products. I don't know if you guys know what those are. It's basically just like a natural oil company where you can get like peppermint and lavender, but they also sell facial products and hair products. So she's like, I have these face products, do you want to try them? They're natural. And I was like, sure, let me just give them a try. So the first thing I started using was the facial cleanser, and then I also had this brush. So I would use these together, and I was noticing a difference in my face. One, because I think I started using a brush, so I was kind of exfoliating my face a little bit more. So I felt like these two did work for a short period of time. This is what you'll notice through the products, is that the products really only worked for a short period of time before I felt like my face kind of just got used to them and they wasn't really doing anything for my skin. So in combination with these two, I was also using the invigorating scrub. So I would kind of just change these out in between. When I felt like I was getting more breakouts, I would kind of just throw this in there to kind of give a little bit more of a scrub to my face. And I honestly really loved these products. I think when I move back home where I'm more used to the water over here, I'll probably switch back to these products just because they are natural. The Christmas of my first year at my other school, my mom actually gave me this, which is a Burt's Bees herbal blemish stick, and it kind of just has a little roller ball on it. And honestly, this was a lifesaver. Like, the first time I used this, I would just roll it on the little blemishes that I had, which at that point I felt like was just my whole forehead. But I honestly feel like this makes such a difference. Like, I would use this, in a matter of like 2 days, the pimple would be gone. Like, it was like magic. Like, literally, it was magic in a bottle. Once I found out, I was like, oh, Burt's Bees, I never knew that they really had skincare. So when I was at school, I was like, okay, well, maybe I should just go try Burt's Bees, since obviously this worked so well for me. So I went to Target and I found a Burt's Bees scrub face wash. I don't have it with me because it's actually at school. I'll insert a picture of what it looks like. And I felt like it made a difference for a little bit, but honestly, it wasn't that great. I still have it at school. I still have like almost half a bottle left. I feel like it did the job. Like, it cleaned my face, but it didn't do anything extra that I was looking for. Like, trying to get rid of or treating the acne that was on my face. It kind of was just cleaning my face, and that was it. And then on top of that, I couldn't really use it with the brush because it was a scrub. So I kind of just felt like I wasn't going anywhere. And honestly, when I was using the product, I felt as though the scrub particles in the face wash were so big that they weren't even doing anything, that I was just kind of just putting it on my face and they were just laying there. They weren't actually scrubbing my face. They were just these big old chunks of rocks in the face wash. So I wasn't really too impressed in that, so I knew I had to go back to the drawing board and try something else. So for my next product, I actually decided to use this product from my boyfriend, because when we first met, he used to use his face wash, and I remember going over to his dorm and he'd be like, "Oh, come wash your face with me," and I'd be like, "Okay, sure, why not?" And I remember using this product, and it was like burning my face, like not in a bad way, but it was like that cooling, like tingling sensation. I was like, what the heck are we using? Like, what do you have me doing right now? And I noticed that just after using it those few times with him, like, my face felt amazing. I mean, don't get me wrong, when I was using it, my face wasn't bad. So it's kind of just like, honestly, my face was probably like fine, like we have like a good cleaner on our face, but it wasn't like I needed it. So in this point, when I really needed it, I was like, okay, well, maybe let me try this and maybe it'll work out for me. So I actually ended up getting 2 products from this brand, and it was the Noxzema brand. So the first thing I ended up getting was the Classic Clean Original Deep Cleansing Cream, and I think I have a little bit left. So yeah, it's a little white like consistency, and this worked amazing. The only thing I wish that it did was that it worked on this brush. It does not work on this brush. It like, you put it on there and it like drags on your face. So it does not work with the brush, which is unfortunate, because then that means I have no way of really getting into my skin and scrubbing my skin. And let me just point this out, my skin is not, I don't have very sensitive skin. So, you know, brushing my skin, like exfoliating my skin all the time and doing stuff like that doesn't really harm my skin. Honestly, I feel like my skin loves that. I know some people, like, they can only exfoliate their skin so many times a week or so many times a month because their skin's very sensitive. Mine's not like that at all. Honestly, I feel like my skin loves harsh products, as like weird as that sounds. For me, exfoliating every day works for me so well, and when I don't exfoliate, I can notice such a difference in my skin. So I started using this. And once I realized that I didn't have an exfoliating aspect to this cleaner, I actually went and got these out, which is anti-blemish pads. And if you have dry skin, I do not recommend this, because this dries the heck out of your skin. Because basically, it's just drying out those pimples on your face or your forehead or wherever. And it dehydrates the mess out of them things. Like, when I mean to tell you, like, your face is dry, it is dry. So if you have dry skin, you're not gonna like this. Trust me, you're not gonna like this. So I started using these, but I didn't use these every day. I would only use them when I was getting really, really bad breakouts on my forehead, or I feel like I just needed an extra clean to my skin after I got out the shower. I would use these, but these were not an everyday thing. Alright, so the last couple products that I'm going to be talking about are actually the products that I use right now to this day. I felt like these are kind of my holy grail right now, especially while I'm in school. First thing I use as a facial cleanser is this Daily Facial Cleanser, and this is from the Walmart brand. It says that it compares to the Cetaphil Daily Facial Cleanser. That's the reason why I got it. I use that, and I use it with this brush, which I didn't even say what kind of brush this was. This is a Conair face brush. I don't know exactly where you can get it from, because I got it as a Christmas present. So I used those two together, and honestly, I feel like that's like the magic duo for me right now. When I'm at school, I still get breakouts. I honestly think that it's a mix between stress, the water, and I'm just not eating that great over there. I'm not eating horrible, but I'm not eating as good as, obviously, as I'm eating at home. But I do feel like that cleaning product keeps my acne and pimples at bay, and at least they're more manageable and more treatable. So after I get out the shower, I use this, again, Walmart brand. It is a Original Clean Astringent. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but this is what I use after I get out the shower. So I just use that and I put it on a little cotton round, and I just kind of again deep clean my pores, clean out the rest of my skin and stuff. And the crazy part, what I noticed is that even after using a brush to clean my face, even when I use those cotton rounds with the astringent, there's still like some dirt on my skin, which is just crazy because you think that you're washing your skin, but in reality you're still not getting everything off of your skin. So this has also been really, really good for me. I feel like it's finally getting into like my pores, especially like on my nose and my forehead. I have huge pores and they're always clogged, and I'm always having such a trouble trying to clean them out. And I feel like this has helped tremendously to kind of clean out my skin. The last thing is a moisturizing lotion. I'm sure you guys have noticed throughout this video that I haven't mentioned the lotion till now. That's because I always figured, oh, well, I have oily skin, so I don't need a moisturizer because it's gonna make my oily skin worse. Yeah, I know you're probably cringing, like, what were you thinking? So I finally got this moisturizer, and I noticed that when I use a moisturizer, my skin isn't as oily because it's finally getting the moisture that it needs. So that's kind of just a trial and error type thing. Again, like I said, in high school, I never really had acne problems or just breakouts and stuff, so I never knew this type of stuff. All I knew was like, oh, my skin's oily, that's it, that's, you know, I'm just gonna go about my day. But when I started incorporating a moisturizer, I noticed that my skin stopped getting so oily. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and again, if you guys have any tips or tricks or recommendations, just leave them down below. I'm open to anything and just chatting with you guys, and thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!